Hey guys, Coach Jason here. So I want to talk about the last 4 weeks of a marathon. And at this point, the majority of the hard training has been done, right? And we're at maintenance level. And if you've seen any of my training programs, I have fully detailed training programs on this channel for 5K, actually 800 meters, all the way up to the marathon. By the day, by the week, by the month, you'll know that it's cyclical. I do it in blocks of 4 weeks, but the marathon final 4-week cycle is an important one. So I just want to go over my thoughts on it. And you let me know what you think if you're a coach or an athlete. But if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. If you want 300 plus videos of seriously detailed stuff from an experienced coach and a former competitive runner, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's all free on this channel, and I'm going to keep adding to it. So the last 4 weeks, to me, the emphasis changes. I mean, at that point, the most intense training, the most voluminous training has already happened. So now, to me, the emphasis shifts from the hard midweek workout to the long run and the weekend with marathon pace running at the end of it for 3 consecutive weeks before the marathon. Okay? Get that emphasis going. And obviously there's a lot of other marathon pace stuff in long runs and just steady runs at marathon pace and whatnot, but here it's marathon pace at the end of a long run. You need to know what it feels like to run marathon pace at the end. Because that's exactly what you're going to want to do with the marathon, especially if you have a goal time or if you're trying to hit a qualifier or whatever. So, to me, the last 4 long runs go as such. Well, actually, let me give you the last 4 midweek workouts, too. I go like this. I do 2-kilometer reps, okay, 4 weeks out. Mile reps 3 weeks out, okay. 2 weeks out, I do 1,000-meter repeats, okay, and the pace gets just slightly faster each week. Okay, and then the week of, I just do a couple of light rhythm 800 meters, 4 to 5 by 800 meters, about 4 to 5 days out from the marathon, just to keep the body in the rhythm of running hard twice per week. Okay, it is very, very important to do that. And I take a day off 2 days out from the marathon, not the day before. And I've emphasized this on a lot of my videos, that it's really, really important to run the day before a race or a hard workout and the day after. Okay. Unless you're ending the season with a marathon, and obviously you can take some time after that, but always important to run the day before the race. So those are the midweek workouts. Then my long runs go, and at this point, I go 20 miles with the last 10 miles at marathon pace, okay, 4 weeks out. And then I drop it to 17. I do 17 miles with the last 8 miles at marathon pace or slightly faster, 5 seconds per mile faster. And then I do the week before, I do 14 miles or 13 miles with the last 6 miles at marathon pace or about 10 seconds per mile faster, or 5 to 10 seconds per mile faster. Okay, it drops each week, but the consistency stays there. And then obviously the last week you run the marathon. Now at this point too, before this 20, and your longest long run should be 4 to 5 weeks out. So whether it's this long run or a week prior where you do whatever the longest long run is, if it's 20, if it's 22. But at this point, too, 5 to 6 weeks out is a good time to really test the fitness, and whether it be a half marathon race, but if that's hard to find, then a 15 or 16-mile marathon pace simulation run. You can use this as part of a long run. So you can do a 3-mile warm-up, do your simulation, a 3-mile cool-down. That gives you 21 or 22 miles right there. And it'll give you a good idea, whether it be this or the half marathon race, at how close you are towards your goal marathon. So you can tinker with the last 4 weeks. Okay, what I gave is just a guide for the last 4 weeks, pending having done the things prior to that. But there are other needs. You could do another speed fartlek, which I bring up in marathon training on a regular basis too. You can do other things. So it's up to you to determine what you need or what your runners need. But the key to me in those last 4 weeks is that long run. Every single week, with the end part of it being a marathon pace or just slightly faster, dropping down until the marathon itself. So that you're drilling pace into the legs, but you're also giving the legs an opportunity to freshen up a little bit. And there's no drastic volume cut each week. That's not something I recommend. I drop the volume for the entire 4-week block. So let's just say you're running 60 to 70 miles a week up to that point. I'll drop it to 50 at that point, right? Or even 45 to 50, and just keep it there for the entire cycle. Because if you drop volume each week, the body's not going to have a chance to adapt to it. If you drop it from 4 weeks out and you keep it there, the body will have adapted to it. So that's the other final change I would make in the last 4 weeks of marathon training. So, you folks, let me know what you think. Have you done something like this? Do you emphasize the final 4 weeks? Do you do a half marathon race or a simulation run about 5 to 6 weeks out? These are important indicators for marathon training. So, let me know what you think, folks. Give me your feedback, obviously, in the comments. If you need to reach me directly, it's blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. I'm here to help and answer any questions I can. So have a good day, everybody. Talk to you next time.